This week on Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke, we welcome guest Steve Knobles of Santa Cruz, California. Steve has a lifelong passion for the music scene, Harley Davidson bikes, and flea market negotiations. In 2012, Steve suffered a stroke and has been inspiring fellow stroke survivors at Cabrillo College ever since. Steve's story is entitled, "My Statement is in My Works." Thank you for joining us for Part 2, Steve Knobles' interview.
Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke is made possible by our guests and tax-deductible donations from friends and listeners like you. Join us in empowering stroke survivors with stories of wisdom, purpose, connection, and hope at www.beyondstillness.org.
Hello and welcome to Beyond Stillness. Stroke offers a powerful, life-changing shift in perspective. Each colorful memory creates a parable for life's greater teachings, a compass for journeys ahead, and inspired wisdom for unique growth. This radio show, Beyond Stillness, offers an hour of pause for storytelling and reflection. Ultimately, Beyond Stillness is a welcoming environment that reveres the moment beyond stroke's paralysis. Still moments unite humanity and divinity. I'm your host, Molly Bucola. This week, we welcome guest Steve Knobles of Santa Cruz, California. He owned and ran a music store and bar in that same town, played in a band most of his life, and rode Harley Davidsons for 40 years. While sitting with his son in October of 2012, Steve suffered a stroke. Today, Steve shares his story entitled, "My Statement is in My Works." As we begin, we'll take a moment of pause to settle into our space right now, to honor who we are in this moment. We take a moment of pause now to give thanks for the people around us who live with integrity, the people around us who live the values they feel in their hearts. And we ask for courage to be those people for others. We ask for courage to show others a way forward, to be the light we are, and to never give up. And we give thanks. Steve, you are quite a character. It sounds like you cherish life's thrills. Harley Davidson's, band life, flea markets. You've enjoyed a life of stimulation and fearless living. How has that informed your approach to stroke recovery?
It was just another challenge for me. My biggest challenge in life. My stroke was my biggest challenge. I say, bring it on. I can handle anything at this point.
Yeah. How do you approach fear now?
I'm pretty much fearless anymore. I mean, all I've been through has made me hard. Pretty much fearless. I'm not afraid of anything. I say, bring it on.
I love it. I'm sorry to hear that you were unable to express your thought verbally and you were discouraged throughout that time. How did you deal with those dark days and those moments that you couldn't express yourself?
I learned how to meditate, and that helped me through a lot. And I recognized the signs of freaking out. I learned to recognize the signs of frustration, and I try not to let that interfere in my life. I recognize the feelings, and I just say, oh, I got to change something. And I do it quite well, I think.
That's empowering.
It is because I've worked hard to recognize the signs, and now I'm aware. Awareness is a big thing for me anymore.
Hmm. What are the signs of frustration in the dark moments?
I change physically. I go through a change, and I say, "Don't go there." You're starting to feel those signs, and they're mixed up emotions. My thoughts are jumbled, and it's kind of sweaty. I recognize all those signs. I say, don't go there. So I calm myself down through meditation and I go to a nice place, nice memories. I think of something nice that's happened in my life and I go there, just slow down,
Huh. So you close your eyes, you stop.
regroup everything. I say, okay, I don't want to go to that other place. So I think of nice memories, think of something that I enjoyed, and go from there.
What is that for you, Steve? What is that nice space or something that you've enjoyed? What comes to your mind at first?
Like when I was a kid, I had a great childhood growing up. I think about those memories a lot. My brother, my sister, my mom especially, who chasing me around with a wood spoon at the coffee table or the dining room table, trying to spank me.
That's a good memory, Steve.
Yeah, and then we ran around so long, she started laughing and she says, "Forget it. I'm still mad at you."
What a beautiful relationship you have with your mom. You said that she is a survivor and that you are living your life as a survivor because you've
Yeah,
seen her.
yeah, she's my inspiration.
What is she like?
She's the nicest person you would ever meet. She's always smiling, always happy. Seems like nothing ever gets her down, full of positive thoughts. Just a happy go lucky person.
Hmm.
She has to remind herself all the time she's going to be 99. And everybody says they want to be like her.
Wow, Steve, 99. She is a
Yeah,
survivor.
she is.
How do you take after her besides being a survivor? What are some of your qualities that are like her?
Caring about people. I take after my dad with my temper. I've worked hard on that too. Just being kind like my mother is. I wish everybody could learn from her.
Hmm.
She's a wonderful, wonderful person.
Well, Steve, somebody nominated you to be an inspiring stroke survivor. So, in many ways, I'm sure that you're that kind, wonderful person to others.
I like to think so. I want to give people strength at the stroke center in life too,
Hmm.
every aspect of life. I don't want anybody to feel like they're owed something. No, you're not owed anything. Life is how you make it. And that's your choice to live with a chip on your shoulder. Always me, always me. Pick yourself up and get happy.
How do you make yourself happy?
I do projects. I like keeping busy. I like going in my motorhome and arranging it different or waxing it, or it's a big project. I sit in my hot tub. My backyard's like a resort area. I love it.
Mm. Is your backyard a resort area because you like projects and you set it up that way?
Yes, I did. I have a picnic table with an umbrella. My hot tub is covered, has lights around it, stairs to it going up. My motorhome's parked right there. My yard is pretty manicured. Got my barbecue area. Yeah, it's a nice yard. The girls love it.
Steve, your story about your ex-wife and your girlfriend showing up at the hospital,
Yeah.
man, that makes me cringe too.
Yep, not a happy day. And the irony is, I couldn't say anything because
Yeah.
I couldn't talk. Oh boy, I can laugh about it now, but it wasn't funny at that time.
No, no. I love that you have created your space outside in your yard, your
Yeah,
space that has become a sanctuary for you. You just
it
listed
has.
off the little parts of the yard and what makes it the yard. But also, when we first started talking, you were talking about ways that you have focused on your internal space and
Yeah,
manicuring the internal space, getting rid of ways of thinking that haven't been healthy for your recovery
yes,
and exchanging them with things that are helpful. So
yeah,
you are empowering yourself in that way.
I have. I have. I got rid of almost all the negativity in my life.
That's a big feat.
So I've worked really hard on finding inner peace and finding joy. I mean, I was happy before that. I mean, my life was full. I had a full plate. So, but now that I don't have a full plate, I had to dig deep inside and find out what really works. Because I was so busy, my old life, my new life is totally different.
Yeah. At the end of your story, you tell us that your son passed away, and then 6 months later, your fiance passed away.
Yes, that was devastating.
Absolutely devastating. And still, Steve, what you're saying is that you have found peace and a way to look at life in a more purposeful manner after all that you've been through.
I think it stems from when I died, I found God. And I think that helped me a lot, knowing my son would be okay, my girlfriend would be okay.
What do you mean I found God?
When I died 3 times, I saw the light and a peaceful feeling came over me. That helped me a lot with understanding when my son died and my girlfriend died. That gave me peace.
You said at one point in your story that you wanted to get back to that peace. You were talking about that time period that was pretty turbulent. You were wanting to give up and you wanted to feel that sense of peace. But now in your life, it sounds like you're ready to live life and wait for that ultimate moment.
Yeah, I'm ready for anything now. I like myself a lot. I've surrounded myself with select friends. Friends has stuck with me through my whole life. That didn't judge me after my stroke. Those are my special friends. And then my new friends at the stroke center, I love them dearly. I mean, it's it's way different. I
Mm.
mean, the stroke center is giving me friends that I never thought I would have before. Again, it's the camaraderie of stroke victims.
Mm.
We share the same things. They had a different life before, old friends and new friends, two totally different kinds of people.
What are the similarities that you find between the two?
Really, no similarities. My long term friends, the ones that count, they don't judge me.
Mm.
A lot of friends prejudged me after my stroke. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
They didn't know how to act around me anymore, different interests. But my true friends that stuck by me, they act like nothing ever happened.
Hmm.
My new friends at the stroke center, they're just all good people. I can't believe it. They're so compassionate about life.
But it sounds like both sets of friends are compassionate and understanding.
Yeah, yeah, they are. So that's a similarity.
Yeah. And I bet they see that in you too.
I hope so.
Mm.
But some of them feel sorry for themselves, and I try to get them out of that funk.
How do you try to get them out of the funk?
Well, like a lot of them, their dreams is to drive again. I have my license. I got my license maybe 6 years ago. I tell them, don't give up. Try to give them inspiration. I did it.
Yeah.
And I only have one hand and I did it. I tell them that.
Yeah. What do you feel your newfound purpose is in life?
Just share my story at the stroke center. I mean, there's a lot of people at the stroke center. Sometimes I go to the cafeteria at lunch, and they they see this old man in college. So I have my name tag I wear, and I say, "Oh, from the stroke center." I just love being in that surroundings. We go on walks all the time through campus, and I get coffee. Lenny, our teacher, knows I'm going to go get coffee every time. So I walk faster than everybody else. They're always telling me, slow down, Steve, slow down. I have to get there. I want to get there.
Yeah. So in your story, you said, my statement is in my works. You
Yeah.
said that you live your beliefs,
Yeah.
and your beliefs include never give up. So that was a very clear message that you're sending to our listeners, to fellow stroke survivors. What else would you like to tell fellow stroke survivors?
You never know what life is going to hand you. You think you got to figure it out, but you might be surprised. You might get blindsided. Prepare for that blindsidedness.
How do you suggest people prepare?
Accept willingness to have a change in life. I guess that's my message. Never give up.
Yeah, that is loud and clear, Steve. And your statement is in your works. You
Yep.
have had many moments of change in your life,
Yep.
and you've accepted the change and still moved forward, never giving up.
And that's what you have to do.
Hmm.
That's my message to everyone. Life isn't fair sometimes, so you make the best of it.
Life hasn't been fair many times to you, and you've absolutely made the best of it, and you're giving to others. So thank you, Steve. Thank you for spending time with me over this past month or so.
There must be a purpose to it, so I'm glad I did it. Thank you, Molly, so much.
And your memories, I know they were hard to relive, but they're powerful, Steve. Your life is powerful. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much.
In closing, we take a moment of pause. Steve spoke about ways he persists through the tough times. He remembers that moment of light and warmth and peace. He also thinks of life as an opportunity to listen, to understand others, to live with compassion and strength to move forward. Today we ask for strength, compassion, understanding, and wisdom to know that space within us that is light and comfort and peace, and to nurture the space between us that is light and comfort and peace. Today, we give thanks.
Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke is made possible by our guests and tax-deductible donations from friends and listeners like you. Join us in empowering stroke survivors with stories of wisdom, purpose, connection, and hope at www.beyondstillness.org. Another way to support is to like, share, or subscribe to our weekly show. Again, thank you for devoting time and space for this week's episode of Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke.
Thank you for devoting time and space to listen to Part 2, Steve Knobles' interview. For the full story, please listen to Part 1, Steve Knobles' story. Each colorful memory creates a parable for life's greater teachings, a compass for journeys ahead, and inspired wisdom for unique growth. In this episode of Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke, we heard from guest Steve Knobles, who suffered a stroke in 2012. Steve shared stories about ways he persevered amidst challenges. He also stresses that life is an opportunity and to never give up. Steve's story is entitled, "My Statement is in My Works." Thanks for listening. And remember, as part of the stroke community, you are more than supportive. You are inspirational.
If you are part of the stroke community and have a story you'd like to share on the show, please contact us. Email molly@beyondstillness.org.